So I realized something. Looking at all of our updates so far on Facebook, we have until now only been sharing good news. But as all of you guys know, both in our personal lives and in the life of an organization, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. So let me share a little bit of frustration with you guys. So in my hand are the results from our literacy and numeracy assessment that we conducted in our 5 Project Bishwa schools last week. Now, this is on the one hand extremely exciting because we have the actual names of the students who are going to be in the first cycle of Project Bishwas. On the other hand, it's extremely frustrating because of the fact that so many of the students that we tested last week have learned so incredibly little up until now that their chances of completing school with the knowledge and the skills they need are slim to none. Now, this upsets me. It upsets me that things are the way they are because these kids deserve better. And this can at times make me feel hopeless about the size of the challenge lying ahead of us. And in those moments, I remind myself that this is why Changing Stories came to exist in the first place. So we exist because every single day, way too many kids make their way to school knowing full well that they're not going to be able to understand what is going to be taught inside the classroom. And for all of you who haven't tried being that kid, I can tell you it's not much fun at all. So, what drives us forward is to imagine the vast amount of potential and talent that goes lost every single time a kid eventually decides to drop out of school. So, we imagine how many future teachers, how many future architects and nurses and authors and Changing Stories project coordinators the world is missing out on every time that happens. Now, I know that education is not the answer to everything that needs fixing in this world. And I also know that you won't magically become a successful, kind, and happy person just because you have an education. But here at Changing Stories, we do believe that if you have the fundamental skills in place, the skills that a quality education is supposed to give you, you will at least have some freedom to choose your own path here in life. Whether that path takes you to becoming a bus driver, a social activist, a university professor, the founder of an educational NGO, or something else entirely. So, most of you guys watching this have probably had the freedom and opportunities to do so. At least I know that I have. But it's our mission at Changing Stories to give kids in public schools in Nepal the education they deserve so they too have a chance at finding their talent and building a life where they can, if not every day, then most days, wake up to pursue something they find meaningful and worthwhile. Because that is, for most people at least, an important part in finding happiness. That was it for today's update. Have a great week, everybody. Good night, and see you soon.